Strike one. Thanks to Roberts Paving in Hillsboro for being one of our season sponsors. Roberts Paving, your premier paving contractor in Southern Ohio. And again, for all you, we're getting it ready because the internet just came back here at Beaver Stadium. We'll have our Good Guys Radio TV broadcast back up momentarily. Stay with us here on C103. Isn't it interesting how dependent we are on something that didn't even exist for most of us 15 years. But once again, if you're watching on Good Guys Radio TV, just hang in there. We're just about to have it back up for you. But here on C103, we'll keep broadcasting. The score 3-0. Fairfield leading the South Central Trojans. Runner at third base, 2 down. The pitch now outside. We'll go 2-2. Weston June on deck for the Trojans. Both starting pitchers still on the mound, Cade Miller, and that is called strike 3. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Runner remains at third. Weston June, the second baseman, will come to the plate now. Has the pitch, and it's called strike 1. On deck, Caden Wilson, the catcher for the Trojans. Nick Kirk, the coach, and that one misses down, ball 1. Nick Kirk, the coach for the Trojans, of course, on the third base coach. That's pretty normal in high school. Usually the head coach is the third base coach as well when his team is at the plate. And that pitch misses out. Miller has not been behind the count very often here today. 2-1 the count now. With the runner at third, he's back to his regular rhythm. He really likes to work quickly, and he does. And that's foul in foul territory. Can he get to it? No, it's out of play. Now the count will be evened at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cade Miller's pitching, Blaine Faber's catching, Corbin Willie at first, Cody Frost the second baseman, Zane Matthews at third, Gabe Fouch the shortstop, and left field Nolan Campbell, center field Corey Zimmerman, right field Wyatt Willie. Swing and a miss. He strikes out the third batter of the inning. They strand one. We'll move now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Fairfield bats leading 3-0. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
Come back, ladies and gentlemen, to Beaver Stadium, Lancaster, Ohio. I'm Don Bowles. I want to thank our studio producer, Maggie Dean, and, of course, our producer, director of our Good Guys Radio TV broadcast, Mr. Brandon Rigdon. The score here, it is 3-0. The Fairfield Lions leading the South Central Trojans. Division IV Regional Semifinal baseball game. The winner of this game will come back and play tomorrow at 6 p.m. here at Beavers Stadium. And first pitch is in to Wyatt Willie, and it's called strike one. No balls and one strike. Wyatt is 1 for 1 in the ball game. Had a single to center field for an RBI, and he jumps on that one, hits it to the third baseman. He bobbles it. He's going to have trouble getting a hold of it. He throws it to first, and the throw just beats the runner, and there's one down. Good recovery there by Alex Hammonds. Had a little trouble getting a handle on the baseball, but when he did, a good quick throw to first, one down. Blaine Faber, the catcher, will come to the plate. Blaine 0 for 1 in the ball game. All three of those runs for Fairfield came in the first inning. And it's a fly ball, shallow right field. The right fielder is in. Frankert will make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Fairfield scored those runs on 2 hits, a couple of errors, a hit batter. All of them coming, as I said, in the first inning when they sent 7 batters to the plate. As so often happens, Sanders, the pitcher, seems to be getting in a rhythm. So he faced 7 batters in the first. He faced 4 in the second, 3 in the third, and now he has 2 outs after 2 batters here in the fourth. First pitch is in, ball 1. And now the pitch again, and it's a hard line shot to the third baseman. Hammonds gloves it. 3 up, 3 down. We move now to the top of the 5th. The Trojans bat, trailing 3-0. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio, TV, and C103.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
As we move now to the 5th inning, Cade Miller still on the mound. He has struck out 8. He's walked 1. It's been 2 errors. They've stranded 3. First pitch is in to Caden Wilson. That's called strike 1. Caden Wilson, Brian Chaffee, and Troy Ayers in that order for the South Central Trojans. If you're just joining us, South Central has a pitch high. Ball 1. As we said earlier, it's our understanding we have some viewers and listeners from South Central, and we mentioned the fact they're near Mansfield. If you were listening from South Central, the Fairfield Lions are south of Columbus, about an hour south of Columbus, almost directly south of Columbus, in Highland County, Ohio. Pitch misses out, and the count goes again even at 2-2. Wilson had a ground ball to the third baseman for the third out in the 3rd inning. Settled way back deep in that batter's box, swings and misses, chases one down and out for the first out of the inning. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes reminds you, stay alive, don't text and drive. Remember, distracted driving is against the law. And it is time again for that Higgins Steel Roofing scoreboard update. Chaffee swing and a miss, strike 1. Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsboro and Jackson, the score. Fairfield leads 3-0. The pitch again. And it's fouled off. And now Chaffee behind 0-2. Thanks to First State Bank for making this broadcast possible. They're a First State Bank branch near you in Southern Ohio and Northern Kentucky. Or if not, there certainly will be soon. Check it out. The wind and the pitch. And it misses just outside for a ball. Miller's been working the bottom end of that outside strike zone all night long, and he just barely missed with that one. And again, the wind and the pitch, and called a strike 3. That was a no-doubter. And I'm sure Chaffee would like to step back in and face that one. His left-handed batting Troy Ayers comes to play. Troy is 0 for 1. He had a ground ball to the third baseman for the first out in the third inning. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Again, the score 3-0. And that pitch misses down. Ball 1. Thank you to another season sponsor. That's Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro. Your comfort experts since 1985. And I mentioned Leesburg, Fairfield being south of Hillsboro. They're in the town of near the town of Leesburg, or that's part of their school district, and just north of Hillsboro, Ohio. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Once again, Schaefer Heating and Cooling. It's time to get those air conditioners checked. It's that time of year. Boy, you wouldn't know it today, though, would you? What a gorgeous day. Around 70 degrees. Couldn't ask for any better than this. And it's a foul ball out of play down the third baseline. Now we'll go 2-2. Certainly appreciate the good hospitality by all the folks here at Beavers Field. And if you're on your way up here, don't eat. The food's always great up here. There's a special Phyllis Burger. Phyllis Burger special hamburger. They even have fried bologna, popcorn, hot dogs, you name it, they've got it up there. Even pulled pork. And it's a foul ball outside the third baseline again. The count remains 2-2. On deck is the leadoff batter, Cole Frankert, for the Southern Trojans, or I should say South Central Trojans. And that pitch misses in, and now we'll go full 3-2. That is only the second full count recorded here in the ballgame by Miller. And he missed down on the bottom end, and that is only the second walk given up in the ballgame by Miller. And now South Central has a base runner at first base for their leadoff batter, Cole Frankert, to come to the plate. Frankert is 0 for 2. He was a strikeout victim in the first. Had a fly ball to right field for the second out in the third inning. With a runner at first, 2 down, he'll stand in to face Cade Miller. Miller quickly the pitch, and that misses down. Good stop there by Fauber. 1 ball and no strikes. And again, Miller looks at the runner. And the pitch again, and he misses out. Ball 2. Check that, I missed that first one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Tried to get him to go after one there. On deck is Eric Sanders, the pitcher for South Central. The pitch again, and he swings and misses. 1-2. Next year, these teams, as all of the high school baseball will go to 7 divisions. And that pitch is called strike 3. He strikes out 3, walks 1, they strand 1. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Fairfield bats again, leading 3-0. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio, TV, and C103.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold.
Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
As we move now to the bottom of the fifth inning, Fairfield will bat, leading in the ball game 3-0. They will send Corey Zimmerman, Zane Matthews, Gabe Fouch to the plate. Zimmerman, a .325 batter. Now, he was a strikeout victim in the second, but he's batted 40 times with 8 runs, 13 hits. He's walked 5 times, struck out 16. He's batting left-handed, drops a bunt down in front of the plate. The pitcher will play it quickly, the throw over to first, and Zimmerman is out. Now with one down, Zane Matthews will come to the plate.
Number 28, Zane Matthews.
Matthews 2 for 2 in the ball game. He's had a double and a single. Moved over and actually scored on an error, stole a base. He scored the first run of the ball game. Again, if you're just joining us, we're in the bottom of the fifth inning. 3-0 Fairfield leading, and that's the Higgins Steel Roofing scoreboard update. Once again, I invite you to join us on Good Guys Radio TV. Our Facebook page, we have a YouTube channel, and of course you can also watch it on goodguysradiotv.com. Please make your way over there. You will enjoy this ball game. And the pitch out. And now we're 1-1. In that first inning, Zane Matthews hit what was probably a triple, and he drives another one down the third base line, but this one's out of play, foul. But he drove it just inside the third base bag to the corner, but he tripped going around first base and was held to a double. He was later to move over to third and then scored on an error. And he fouls that one down the first base line. So we got 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, he stands in, and it's a hard hit ball to left field. It will be over the left fielder's head. It'll go to the wall. He'll round first. He'll go into second with a stand-up double. Zane Matthews is at second base with his third hit of the ball game, his second extra base hit of the ball game, and with one down, Gabe Fouch, the shortstop, will come to the plate.
14, Gabe Fouch.
Fouch has he reached on an error in the first inning and scored a run. Flew out to right field in the second inning. Left-handed batter stands in to face off against the right-handed pitching Eric Sanders. Sanders looks at the runner, and the pitch is way outside, almost a pitch out. So it goes 1 ball and no strikes. And once again, the pitch. And it's a high pop fly in the infield. The catcher's over, the third baseman's over, and neither one of them will get the baseball. That's a tough play for the catcher. He's going out away from home plate, and it may have just glanced off his glove. But it'll go down just as a strike, so it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 1 down. And don't forget, in high school baseball, we only play 7 innings. Pitch now, and strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Cade Miller, the pitcher, on deck for the Lions. The winner comes back to play tomorrow against, as that's a fly ball to left center field. It could be trouble for the outfielder. It is. It'll drop in for a base hit. Rounding third, coming home will be Zane Matthews. Standing at second base with a stand-up double and an RBI is Gabe Fouch. Fairfield plays a little add-on as they score their 4th run of the ball game.
Number 31, Cade Miller.
That brings Cade Miller, the pitcher, to the plate. Now, Cade was hit by a pitch, scored the 3rd run of the ball game in the 1st inning. As the pitcher steps out, he'll have a conversation with his catcher. Wilson goes out. Not sure what that's about. Miller, a right-handed batter, gets a sign from his coach, Kyle Zimmerman. Again, there's 1 down, 1 run is in here in the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th. And the runner goes. They will throw down to third base, and the ball is off the glove of the third baseman, and safe is Gabe Fouch. So now Gabe Fouch with his stolen base at third base, only 90 feet away, 1 down. And the pitch, and he hits the batter. So now you'll have Miller at first. That's the 2nd hit batter of the inning, and now we're going to have a conversation at the mound. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103, weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
As I come back, it's a drive into left field for a one-hopper to the left fielder. The runner at third will score as Corbin Willie delivers with a single to left center field. And another RBI, and Fairfield now takes a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Cade Miller will move over to second, that'll put Corbin Willie at first. So you'll have runners at first and second with 1 down. At the plate will be Cody Frost. I will admit to you, wouldn't have been surprised if Coach Nick Kurt had made a pitching change. He did not. Eric Sanders is still on the mound. And the wind, the pitch, and it's a bouncer to the pitcher. He'll turn, throw to second to get 1. They throw to first to get 1, but he throws it past the first baseman. Another runner will score, and the runner at first will move over to second, and Fairfield takes a 6-0 lead. So Corbin Willie is forced for the second out. Scoring on the play is Cade Miller. And now safe at second is Cody Frost.
Number 26, Wyatt Willie. Frost.
And that'll go down as an E3 is the way I'm scoring that. But let's see what's going on here. As one of the coaches is out to have a conversation with the umpire, at third base. I'm assuming the only thing that would make sense would be if there was no tag up and go. So I don't know what else that could be about. It could be something about, I don't know, an interference call or something. But anyway, coach out talking to the third base umpire. By the way, the umpires again, Garrett Drum behind the plate, Reggie Johnson, and Richard Alton the third are the base umpires. The coach for, one of the coaches for South Central will make his way back to the dugout. As now, Cody Frost at second. 3 runs are in here. Wyatt Willie, the right fielder, comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a single to center field and an RBI in the first inning. Wyatt, a .284 batter. The pitch again, and he drives it right back to the pitcher. He gloves it. He'll throw it to first. 3 down. But not before Fairfield scores 3 more runs. They take a 6-0 lead as we move to the top of the 6th inning. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Southern Ohio Retro Foam installs open and closed cell foam insulation for existing and new construction homes, pole barns, and more. Retro Foam injected foam wall insulation will save you money on your energy bills, decrease noise, and add comfort by sealing even the smallest of openings in your walls, crawl space, or attic, whether you have metal, masonry, or frame construction. Southern Ohio Retro Foam is locally owned and operated and is located in Hillsboro, Ohio. Call Wes at 937-402-0536 to request a free quote. Visit SouthernOhioRetroFoam.com for more information.
Whether it's a lightweight entry-level RV or a luxurious second home on wheels that you're looking for, start your family's RV adventure at Sherwood Auto and Camper Sales in Hillsboro. Take advantage of huge savings on leftover 2023 models with 5 different Coachman lines to choose from. Sherwood also has the largest parts and accessories store in the area, as well as a full-service center for all types of RVs. The best family memories are made on a camping trip. Visit Sherwood Auto and Camper Sales, 1460 North High Street in Hillsboro.
One of the most iconic Ohio River properties in Southern Ohio is now available. The former location of Moyer Winery is a 61-acre property with nearly 24 acres of riverside and a half-mile of river frontage, plus 38 acres of timber. The existing 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home features full-view windows that maximize the incredible river view. Outdoor amenities include a 26x44 shelter house, a gazebo, and a 36x48 tobacco barn. For more details about this property, visit thedickeygroup.com.
As we move to the 6th inning, Fairfield took a 6-0 lead there in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Eric Sanders, Gunnar Ray, and Aaron Haller, the numbers 2, 3, and 4 batters for the South Central Trojans. On the mound, Cade Miller, the wind and the pitch again. It's a fly ball, shallow center field. Corey Zimmerman is in. He'll make the play, 1 down. That'll bring Gunnar Ray, the center fielder, to the plate. Gunnar, a .294 batter, is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Now, Gunnar's had 25 hits on 85 at-bats, scored 33 runs. I'm sure if you're a South Central fan, you'd like to see him get things started here. As a pitch, and it's a fly ball to left field. Nolan Campbell, the left fielder there, makes the play. 2 pitches, 2 outs, and that'll bring Aaron Haller, the shortstop, to the plate. Aaron Haller is reached on an error and was stranded in the 4th. Aaron Haller, the shortstop, a .260 batter with a .362 on-base percentage. Now, he's scored 13 runs on 20 hits and 77 at-bats. He's a right-handed batter, stands in, and he offered. It's called strike 1. You can hear the South Central fans. They didn't like that. No balls and 1 strike. Again, the pitch, and that's called strike 2. That was a no-doubter. No balls and 2 strikes, and quickly Cade Miller's ahead in the count. And the pitch again, and he chased 1 down and in. 3 up, 3 down. A total of 5 pitches, 3 outs. We move now to the bottom of the sixth. Fairfield bats leading 6-0. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio, TV, and C103.
Tired of the same old boring vacation? Discover America's newest national park, New River Gorge in West Virginia. Experience the thrill of whitewater rafting, float trips, zip lining, and other exciting adventures in nature your family will love. River Expeditions offers cabin rentals and camping with tons of cool amenities. Stay longer for less with the fourth night free. Say yes to adventure.
Snap, snap, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizza is equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
It's time for that Higgins scoreboard update, brought to you by the Higgins Steel Roofing, providing professional materials to their professional customers. The score, it's Fairfield leading 6-0 as we move now to the top of the 6th inning. South Central Trojans will send Fairfield will send Blaine Fauber, Carson Chandler, and Corey Zimmerman in that order to the plate. Now, Fairfield scored 3 in the first, 3 in the 5th. 7 batters went to the plate in the 5th, 4 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and then again in that 5th inning, it was once again 7 batters to the plate as they scored again 3 more runs. The winner of this ball game comes back to play here at Lancaster, at Beavers Field. And I believe we have had a pitching change. And we'll have to, it is Cole Frankert out there pitching now. We'll have to find out as it's a drive right back to the pitcher, and he catches it quickly and 1 down. Wow, that was hot.
Now pitching the Trojans.
And Aaron Haller on the mound. 1 pitch, 1 out. Wind the pitch, and he almost hit him. Ball 1.
Aaron Haller is now on the mound for the Trojans. At plate number 32, Carson Chandler.
And that pitch is called strike 1. Haller is a 6-1 record with a 3.27 ERA, has 59 strikeouts. He's walked 20. He's a right-handed pitcher, and that one misses inside. Ball 2. And I believe it was an even-up switch. I think Sanders went to shortstop. And that pitch, big curveball. We'll go 2-2. On deck, Corey Zimmerman, the center fielder for the Fairfield Lions. Working quickly, and the umpire said, no, that won't count. I had timeout. Batter's got to have time to stand in, so that will be a no pitch. 2-2. As once again the pitch, and it's a hard hit fly ball. Gunnar Ray is back. He'll make the play. 2 down. That'll bring Corey Zimmerman, the center fielder, to the plate. Aaron Haller, the second pitcher of the ball game and it's a bunt outside the third baseline. Foul. strike one. The pitcher of record at this point, though, would be Eric Sanders. Eric left the game having struck out 2, walked 1. He gave up 5 hits, hit 2 batters. There were 3 errors. They stranded 3, and he gave up 4 earned runs. And he shows bunt again and fouls it off the left side. Strike 2. And once again, Zimmerman stands out. Now he'll move back in. As again, a little one-upsmanship as Zimmerman steps back in. And he shows bunt again, and this one's fouled away. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning as Haller faces 3 up, 3 down. We move now to the top of the 7th inning. South Central will bat, trailing 6-0. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Alex Hammonds, Weston June, and Caden Wilson in that order. And it's foul back for strike 2. First pitch was in, called strike 1. No balls and 2 strikes on Hammonds. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Hammonds, a sophomore third baseman for the South Central Trojans. I think I've failed to mention there's a lot of young players here in this Trojans ball club. As it gets away from the catcher, and it'll go back to the backstop, and the runner is safe. Tough break for Cade Miller, the pitcher. That'll put a base runner on. With a runner at first base, Weston June will come to the plate. Weston 0 for 2 in the ball game. And foul ball outside the right side for strike 1. Don't forget, stay tuned after a game for a Snappy's Player of the Game, Snappy's and Seaman and West Union. And thanks to season sponsors bringing this broadcast, including Southern Hills Community Bank, with 8 locations across Adams, Brown, and Highland counties. And we want to make sure you stay tuned after this game as well for the John Wood Insurance post-game show, as well as the ACRMC Adams County Regional Medical Center Coaches Comment Show. All that will happen after our ball game. Miller the pitch again, and it misses down. We'll go 2-1. On deck, Caden Wilson, the catcher for the Trojans. We're in the top of the 7th inning here. Swing and a miss. That'll take it 2-2. June, a .318 batter. He's had 13 strikeouts in 66 at-bats. And it's a ground ball foul outside the third baseline. As I've reminded everyone, if you're new to high school baseball, we only play 7 innings. And we're in the top of the 7th. That's high and out. And again, it goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A runner on first on a dropped third strike. The pitch again by Miller. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. 1 down for Caden Wilson, the catcher, to come to the plate. Caden is 0 for 2. He had a ground ball to the third baseman for the 3rd out in the 2nd inning. He was a strikeout victim for the 3rd out in the 4th. Settles way deep in the, and it's called strike 1. Way deep in the batter's box. And pretty close to the plate. Opens that stance up, that left foot back a little bit toward the third baseline. And the pitch gets past the catcher, and a runner will advance. So now you'll have a runner at second base with 1 down here in the 7th inning. And as I've reminded you, the winner of this ball game comes back to play Berlin Highland tomorrow afternoon here, tomorrow evening, however you want to call it, 6 p.m. here at Beaver Field here in Lancaster, Ohio. The umpire goes out and cleans off home plate. People say, well, why did he do that in a turf infield? Well, very simply, they crumble, the infield does. The turf does, and it does get on the home plate. And swing and a miss. Strike 2. Higgins Steel Roofing. Scoreboard update brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsborough and Jackson. The score 6-0. Fairfield leading. And, he thought about it. You'd seen flinch. Caden Wilson did a nice job holding back on that. That pitch was high and out. That was not a strike, so now we'll go 2-2. Miller again looks at the runner, and again the pitch, and that's called strike 3. Second out of the inning, runner at second now. Actually, the 3rd strikeout in the inning. Now we're going to see if what happens here. And this is the last chance for the South Central Trojans. Fairfield 1 out away from going to the Elite 8, and that's foul back for strike 1. Brian Chaffee again, a .290 batter. He's got 20 hits and 69 at bats. He's 0 for 2 here in the ball game. He reached on an error, and that pitch is high and out, ball 1. Reached on an error and was stranded in the 3rd inning. As again, Miller on the mound, looks at the runner, again the pitch. Called strike 2. Trojans down to their last strike. What a great season they've had. They were 17-8 overall coming in here. As the pitch, and it's a ground ball into right field for a base hit. The throw will come home. They'll hold the runner at third, and that is the first hit in the ball game given up by Cade Miller. He was 1 strike away from a no-hit game in the regional semifinals. What a special night it has been for Cade Miller. That'll bring Troy Ayers, the right fielder, to the plate with runners on first and third. And had that runner not reached on that passed ball, Cade Miller would have had a no-hitter. Instead, he's going to, at this point, has given up 1 hit in the ballgame. He steps back off the mound. The runner's back at first. Runners again at first and third. The runner goes. They will not contest the run, so he moves over to second. So now you'll have runners at second and third. You've got Hammonds at third, Chaffee at second, and the pitch again. And it's high. And now the count goes 3 balls and no strikes. As Miller on the mound again, working very quickly, and that one's called strike one. 3-1. Maggie Dean, our studio producer. Brandon Rigdon, our producer director on Good Guys Radio TV. And he walked the bases loaded. What a he struck out the first three batters, but the first runner reached on a wild pitch. And then with two out, the next two runners have reached, and South Central has the bases loaded. Kyle Zimmerman will be out to talk to his pitcher. I can't imagine that there would be a pitching change. I'm sure he just wants to settle his pitcher down. There's two down, and talk to the infield about what they do. And basically, guys, the old saying from Little League, get the easy out. Get the easy out. Don't make it complicated. And if you're a Fairfield fan, you want to see them just get the easy out. And I'm sure that's what Kyle Zimmerman is telling them. As a short conversation breaks up on the mound, he'll take his way back to the dugout. Coming to the plate is the leadoff batter, Cole Frankert. Frankert is 0 for 3 in the ballgame. He struck out twice, had a fly ball to right field once. Runners. And it's a line shot to the third baseman, caught by Matthews. Fairfield is moving on to the Elite Eight as they are won the regional semifinal baseball game against the South Central Trojans. Up next, it's the John Wood Insurance postgame show and the Adams County Regional Medical Center Coaches Comment Show, as well as the naming of our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game. But first this, here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding, family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, the John Wood Insurance Postgame Show. Once again, I'm Don Bowles, and what a pitching performance here by Cade Miller, and what a performance from the plate by the Fairfield Lions as they defeat a very, very good South Central Trojan baseball team. The final score 6-0. As up next, we're going to have a conversation with Kyle Zimmerman, the coach for the Fairfield Lions. But as they celebrate here, they'll come back tomorrow night here to Beaver Field in Lancaster, Ohio for the regional finals, Elite 8. It's the Fairfield Lions. We'll be right back after this. Up next, it's the ACRMC Coaches Comment Show. But first, this here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold.
Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Elite 8. It's been a long time since Fairfield's been here.
There's only been one other team to ever be in the Elite 8 for Fairfield baseball.
1998?
Yep.
Yes. And what a game by your ball club. Huge pitching performance for Cade Miller, but a great performance by your ball club defensively and offensively. Just a Fairfield kind of baseball game, wasn't it?
It was. Cade, once again, the listening audience is going to get sick to hear me say it. What composure and presence on the mound and the maturity that the pitching staff has shown us all year. And that nothing different with Cade. Striking out 15 tonight. Nobody hit the ball extremely hard on us, and when they did, other than a couple times of 2 errors, we managed to produce the outs that Cade needed to play. As a matter of fact, the one inning he only had pitched 5 pitches.
Yes. So. Well, and one pitch away from a no-hitter.
He was.
It's pretty special to get a no-hitter any place. But against a team at the level the Trojans are at the regional semifinals, that's pretty special.
It is, and we talked about that pregame, and I told him, when you get to this level, you can't expect the pitching staff to show the dominance they've shown all year long against some of your local teams, your average local team. And I'm not saying anybody's average, but you get to this level, and the guys they're going to hit the baseball. Your opponent is going to come in, they're going to score runs, they're going to hit the baseball, and you just have to be that much better than they are on that particular day.
And this was not a weak sister baseball team. The Trojans come in here highly touted, having won 10 games in a row. And they brought the bats, but Cade overpowered them that. But there was some pretty nice defense played as well by the Fairfield Lions.
we defensively, you and I have talked about this before, and we did get out of it tonight. We got 3 runs early, stalemated there for a little bit, and then boom, got 3 more tacked on later on. So we didn't get our runs early and quit. And when, like I said, like you just mentioned, when the opposing team put the ball in play, we made the outs to get us a win. 7
batters reached. That again is a formula for winning a ball game. Zane Matthews 3 for 3. Oh my! And had he not fallen at first base, he'd had 2 triples. Instead, he'd had a triple, a double, and a single. Instead, he had 2 doubles and a single.
Yeah, and that was probably a little bit of nerves. It was hard to get him worked down. But I told him, I said, you come in here, they're a veteran ball club as a whole. I said, don't let the moment define you, define the moment. And once we got that out of our way, it seemed to work for us. Our small ball game wasn't what I'd like to see it today. We got a guy in our lineup that's made a living just by bunting both sides of the plate. It wasn't working for him today, and then those games will come. I mean, you're going to have that. But at the end of the day, everybody else stepped up, and we produced a W.
Well, tomorrow night, Berlin-Highland, huge game. You move to the Final Four. If you win that, onto the state tournament. It's the biggest game in Fairfield history.
It will be.
It'll match the biggest game in the Fairfield history. Playing a very, very good baseball team, but you wouldn't expect anything different at this level. The Berlin-Highland Hawks, we saw them here the game before. They bring the big bats. We assume they have the pitching as well. But that's what you expect at this level, isn't it?
Yeah, we got to watch them for about 2 innings before the game ended. Everything they do well. Offensively, defensively, they're a solid ball club. I would like to, maybe send a special shout out to some of my buddies in the shack. Head coach Chris Veit being one of them. Another guy from down in the Southeast District, Ryan McClintock, South Webster, that have helped me out with, you never want to look past today.
Right.
But playing tomorrow, you're forced to look at game 1 and game 2, which I never do. But with that being said, those guys have stepped up, shared the information they have on Berlin with me. And, the boys just out there in left field, we talked. We're just going to go home, refocus, come back tomorrow. We're going to play this one for all the guys that haven't got there and the buddies in the shack and see if we can't get it done.
Let's leave it at that, Coach.
Don, thank you.
Coach Kyle Zimmerman on our ACRMC Coach's Comment Show. We'll be right back as we continue the John Wood Insurance Postgame Show here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103, weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Southern Ohio Retro Foam installs open and closed cell foam insulation for existing and new construction homes, pole barns, and more. Retro Foam injected foam wall insulation will save you money on your energy bills, decrease noise, and add comfort by sealing even the smallest of openings in your walls, crawl space, or attic, whether you have metal, masonry, or frame construction. Southern Ohio Retro Foam is locally owned and operated and is located in Hillsboro, Ohio. Call Wes at 937-402-0536 to request a free quote. Visit SouthernOhioRetroFoam.com for more information.
Whether it's a lightweight entry-level RV or a luxurious second home on wheels that you're looking for, start your family's RV adventure at Sherwood Auto and Camper Sales in Hillsboro. Take advantage of huge savings on leftover 2023 models with 5 different Coachman lines to choose from. Sherwood also has the largest parts and accessories store in the area, as well as a full-service center for all types of RVs. The best family memories are made on a camping trip. Visit Sherwood Auto and Camper Sales, 1460 North High Street in Hillsboro.
One of the most iconic Ohio River properties in southern Ohio is now available. The former location of Moyer Winery is a 61-acre property with nearly 24 acres of riverside and a half-mile of river frontage, plus 38 acres of timber. The existing 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home features full-view windows that maximize the incredible river view. Outdoor amenities include a 26 by 44 shelter house, a gazebo, and a 36 by 48 tobacco barn. For more details about this property, visit thedickeygroup.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the John Wood Insurance post-game show. Let's take a look at the individual and team stats for both ball clubs. And for South Central Trojans, Cole Frankert was 0 for 4. Eric Sanders was 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked, stole a base, and was stranded in the first inning. Gunnar Ray was 0 for 3 in the ball game. Aaron Holler was 0 for 3, but reached on an error and was stranded in the fourth. Alex Hammonds was 0 for 3, but moved over on a wild pitch. Would have been the first out of the seventh inning. Instead, the wild pitch got away. Third strike wild pitch got away from the catcher, and he reached, and that was to change the outcome, at least, of the possibility of a no-hitter for Cade Miller. Then Weston June was 0 for 3. Caden Wilson was 0 for 3. Brian Chaffee had the only base hit of the ball game, that coming in the second inning with 2 outs, or seventh inning, with 2 outs. Had a single to right field and was stranded as we ended the ball game. And then Troy Ayers was 0 for 1, but walked and was stranded in that seventh inning as well. Now for the Fairfield Lions, Zane Matthews, what a night he had. He was 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a single. He moved over to an error, stole a base, scored twice. And Gabe Fouch was 1 for 3, reached on an error and scored a run in that first inning. Had a double, stole a base, and scored a run in the fifth as well. Cade Miller was 0 for 1, but was hit by a pitch twice and scored twice. Corbin Willie was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And as he reached on a fielder's choice, grounded out in the first inning for an RBI, and then had a single to left center field for his second RBI and was forced in the fifth inning. Cody Frost was 0 for 3, but reached on an error and was stranded in the fifth. Wyatt Willie was 1 for 3 with an RBI, had a single to center field for an RBI and was stranded in the first. Blaine Faber was 0 for 3. Carson Chandler was 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked and was caught stealing in the second inning. And then Corey Zimmerman was 0 for 3. What a pitching performance for Mr. Cade Miller. As Miller struck out 15, he walked 3. There was 1 hit. There was 2 errors. He stranded 4 as he pitches 1 strike away from a no-hitter and as well as a shutout here at regional semifinal tournament action. The losing pitcher, Eric Sanders, he pitched 5 full innings. As he struck out 2, he walked 1. He gave up 6 hits, hit 2 batters. There was 3 errors. He stranded 3, and of course they gave up 6 runs. And finishing the game, the closer was Aaron Holler as he pitched 1 full inning. Once again, the final score, 6-0. It's the Fairfield Lions defeating the South Central Trojans. Now it's time to name our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game. Anybody that doesn't know who this is going to be, wasn't listening or watching, or did not have any idea what happened in this ball game. How can you ignore a gentleman that gets within 1 strike of finishing a complete no-hitter at regional semifinal baseball level? Well, we can't, and he's going to be our player of the game, our Snappy Tomato Pizza. That's Snappy Tomato Pizza in West Union Seaman. Player of the game, Mr. Cade Miller. Congratulations, Cade, as he is our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game. Once again, tomorrow night we'll be back here in Lancaster at Beavers Field in Lancaster, Ohio. It will be a regional final tournament, Elite 8 baseball game, Division 4. We'll be here on Good Guys Radio TV as well as C103. Folks, tune in. It should be a good one. It'll be Berlin Highland Hawks taking on the Fairfield Lions from here at Beavers Field in Lancaster, Ohio. For Maggie Dean and Brandon Rigdon, I'm Don Bowles wishing you a pleasant good evening. Once again, the final score, Fairfield defeats South Central Trojans 6-0. Cade Miller, our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game. Have a great evening, folks. We'll see you tomorrow night.